Hey everyone, it's Average Gatsby, and welcome to part 2 of my basics guide for Mass Effect 1, taking place all on Eden Prime. I'm going to entitle this section, How Not to Use Your Squad Mates, because you're going to see many examples of me not using them effectively, and it's partially because I was trying to get through this section as fast as possible, but if there's one thing about Mass Effect, and it's that if you're trying to get through a section fast and you decide to just abandon your squad mates, you're going to have problems. Right here, just taking on more husks and using Kaidan's abilities. One thing I noticed now, maybe it's just my game, and maybe I need to investigate it again, but I noticed that you could not hotkey your squad mate abilities, which really kind of slows down the combat a little bit. I don't know if you're able to do that. If someone knows how to do that, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just deal with it. But it makes it a little bit daunting as far as managing your squad mates. In addition, I have my squad mates set on manual, or I think I have them set on defensive only. So, I wasn't paying good enough attention, especially with characters like Ashley. I mean, notice how right now Ashley's just standing out in the middle of everything. I mean, she's not even attempting to hide behind anything. You really need to manually control your squad mates a little bit more in this game. The AI in this game is just, it's just not as good as Mass Effect 2. It's not bad, but just not as good. And right here, totally just sniping around with my shotgun. The shotguns have ridiculous range in this game. I mean, I definitely understand where people come from when they complained about the shotguns when Mass Effect 2 first came out. You can't snipe someone all the way across the map with your shotgun anymore. What a bummer. But it doesn't mean they aren't fun. And they are a lot of fun. I'm cutting out right here some of the story as far as talking to the person B who is hiding out in this area. Right here, just one thing that I think is pretty nice about Mass Effect 1 is I'm noticing that there's a lot of places where you can use throw and push someone off the edge of a spot, and it seems like those areas are really plentiful in this game so far, as I've gotten. And that's something I really like. There's lots of possibilities for an instant kill. Now, this section right here is where the namesake of my videos come from. For one, I think it's really lame that they have you fight this Geth Destroyer, and they make him, for tutorial purposes, totally invincible until you use a throw, which is pretty annoying when I have to wait for this ridiculous cooldown. Notice, by the way, too, Kaidan has been killed at this point. I mean, he's totally dead, but because the tutorial wants Kaidan's throw used on that Geth Destroyer, he doesn't die. Now right here, it would be best for me to slowly move up a couple spaces at once, be casting barrier, try to keep the damage only on my shields and away from my health instead of having to use that Metagel over and over again. And I do sort of do that right here. I pop the barrier and decide to move in closer, but I didn't really push forward like I needed to. And then right here, I think this is really interesting. This Geth Destroyer gets up and one-shots Kaidan right there. It just totally takes him out. It is a little bit frustrating to deal with that before you get the Unity power and you can't bring anyone back. But once I get it, things will be a little bit easier. Here's another mistake I was making. This is not Mass Effect 2, and I actually have to accurately aim my powers when I use them. That's something that, just as far as gameplay goes, I was not really expecting. I thought there would at least be a little bit of auto-aim where your character would sort of turn and face the target, but that does not happen in this game. So, right here, I'm on the verge of death, and, as you can see, I'm very much playing right now how I am used to playing in Mass Effect 2, and this is not this is just not a good way to play. This game it's a lot different of a game, and you need to adjust your playstyle accordingly. One thing, so let's talk about what I could have done better here. For one, I could have kept my squad mates alive. That would have been a really good idea. I should have just manually had them go into cover. They would have gone there, stayed there, really helped me out. Your squad mates are, in my mind, I think your squad mates are better killers in this game than Mass Effect 2. I don't believe there's any sort of... Once again, totally missing the throw right there, just out of carelessness. So anyway, I think in this game, your squad mates don't have any sort of damage reduction on their weapons, and they don't have any... Their cooldowns don't take any longer. So your squad mates are just as powerful as Shepard is, which is what makes some of the other less strong classes, like the Engineer and the Sentinel, pretty viable in this game, in that you can use your squad mates mainly as your killing power. You know, you take Rex and Garrus or Ashley or whoever you want, and have them do you know, a lot of the killing power, or even just tanking. But for right now, we don't really have that, and it just would have been a lot more intelligent for me to use my squad mates and to actually put them into cover and things of that nature. Another thing I should have done differently, the grenades are really awesome to use in this game, and I was so used to how everything is direct fire, all your weapons are basically direct fire weapons in Mass Effect 2, that I didn't remember that you can throw your grenades wherever you want. You can chuck them on the ground and set a trap basically with them, and that's how I used to play this game, and that's how I will be playing this game from now on. The grenades are absolutely fantastic to use, and they're very plentiful actually. You find them almost everywhere, so I recommend you use them often, and try not to use them throwing them directly at an enemy. Try to throw them at the ground, and you know, wait for the enemy to walk near them, or if the enemy is behind cover, throw it on the side of his cover, so you'll be able to do that. Another thing I want to note, it's I have my squad mate power set on defensive. It's probably better if my squad mate powers were actually set on total manual control. That way I could save Kaidan's barrier power for when he really needs it, because you'll notice he likes to use it at the start of the fight, when really I need him to use it about midway through a fight, or I need him to use it when I want him to go to another position. So right here, this would have been a great time for me to throw down a grenade, and you know, I do end up using it, and I totally miss right there, because I was just trying to get in between them, you know, miscalculated on the range of the weapon. Another thing I want to note, as far as this section goes, things I could have done differently, the run speed in this game is fantastic. It seems like when you're running, you take little to no damage. I mean, it's so fast, right there, I mean, you're really covering a lot of ground, and the enemy fire rate in this game is not like in a lot of other shooters. The fire rate is pretty low. It's just per shot they tend to do more damage, but the enemy isn't quite as accurate. You know, they will sometimes, even on Insanity, be shooting at you and miss. That's just the way that they work. And so using that run speed is another way to clear this section really quickly. Just running short gaps and then waiting for your run speed to recharge, and sort of darting in between cover and functioning like that, instead of trying to necessarily just barrel down a hallway straight away, or conversely using up all your run and then occasionally walking from cover to cover. You should always just run. Your run speed is good enough that you'll probably take little to no damage most of the time. And finally here, I decided to get smart and actually place my squad mates. So don't let your squad mates die like me. Don't let them just run around and get killed. Manually place them, use their abilities manually, and you'll have a much easier time. Right here, should have run up and meleeed that husk. There's no reason to sit back here and use my shotgun when the melee is so strong, especially early game. It seems like the melee is ridiculously strong. Plus, melee has a knockdown effect in this game, which is something I'm still getting used to, and it's something that you definitely need to exploit. Now, this video is sort of wrapping up, and just want to let you know that next time, the gameplay is going to be a heck of a lot better than this one. This one is more about all my mistakes instead of necessarily playing well. And right here, you're going to very soon see the real power of the melee. Anyway, I'm Average Gatsby. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got some more stuff planned. Please give me any feedback you like, and have a good day.